Nicole wants Eva to look for Sherry, the waitress, who was fired from the award ceremony because she wants to make sure that she is all right. Ted tells Nicole to stop looking for Sherry. She asks why. He says she wants something from you. She only asked for you when she was on the roof, comes to the gala on purpose. She is fixated on you. Nicole wants to help out, but they agree that she is the wrong person to help her. He later tells Eva that she doesn't have to look for Sherry anymore. Samantha and Tyrell come in and it looks like something is going on with them. When asked, Samantha talks about how she wants to go on a date, but Tyrell is hiding something. Later on, they circle back to Tyrell. He claims that he's having problems with calculus. And Martin immediately accepts his response, but Smitty doesn't believe it. Martin doesn't like confrontation, so he was quick to say, "See, that's all it was. Let's go eat." Dani wakes up from being passed out from drinking Bill and Hayley's wine to the mess that she made at their house. She doesn't know that Bill and Hayley are on their way home from their honeymoon early, with a police and helicopter escort. Another one of Bill's favorites he called in. In the meantime, Dani calls her friend Pam to bring replacements for the wine and picture frame that she broke, and they try to clean up. Bill and Hayley get home, and Hayley immediately notices the changes. Hayley gets so mad she goes over to Dani's house and breaks one of her modeling pictures. She says she knew that she was in their house, drank her wine, and messed up their picture. She told her that this ends now and to stay away from them or she'll get a restraining order if she doesn't. Dani says she doesn't know what she's talking about and asks for the evidence. That security guard from the other night needs to be fired. I never believed in giving anybody a code to my house or a key. They not family. Shoot, even if they family, you can't even trust them sometimes. And I wonder what was in that big box that she claims was a present for them. They never brought that back up. When Hayley leaves and she calls Andre over again, they start kissing but stop. They realize they both had a bad day and they just end up on the couch holding each other. Jacob and his partner are on a stakeout. Jacob wants a lot of drama, but Marcel is just thinking about retirement and getting on his boat. Marcel tells a story about another partner he had that got him in trouble and tells him that he will give up on Jacob in order to save himself. Meanwhile, Jacob notices Joey Armstrong, the casino owner in the alleyway, doing an exchange. Jacob gets ready to hop out of the car to see what's going on, and Marcel stops him and tells him to sit back, watch, and learn. Jacob gets mad and they go back and forth. I think Marcel might be working with Joey. Naomi meets 3 women at Orphe Jeans and they discuss that they would like to sue her father's firm. They all gave their stories about how they were sexually harassed by Mike, who is Bill's friend, who was a partner at the firm and was his best man at the wedding. The women say he had grabby hands, brushed up against them, made dirty jokes, inappropriate comments about wardrobe and body, assumed nasty things about what they did after work, and when they wouldn't go out with him, they got passed up for promotions, received bad performance reviews, and their hours were cut at work. They said they told him to stop and he just told them to lighten up. They also said they went to Human Resources and they were told that it would be investigated, but instead they were fired. Meanwhile, Bill, Tomas, and Mike are at Bill's house, and Bill brings up Tomas and Kat's date. And old nasty, creepy Mike says, "Yeah, tell us what happened last night." And I'm glad that Bill jumped in and said, "We're not going to do that. It's off limits, so she's basically my niece, and we're not talking about that." He said he's known her since she was born, and Kat is a good girl. But Tomas was a gentleman and shut it down, and he said he's trying to get to know her, and she is very special. Here comes Hayley to greet everyone, and she says she's on her way out the door. Mike is looking her up and down and says how hot she is. Bill says, "Watch yourself." So I believe these 3 women and how they said that they were treated based on the way that he's so comfortable being disrespectful to women. Naomi later tells Jacob that she's excited to take on the case, but worried that people will think that she's using the case for revenge and that it might seem petty, unethical, and immoral. So I guess we'll see if she decides to take the case on or not. At the country club, during breakfast, Nicole shows everyone the pictures that Andre brought over the day before. And Kat immediately notices Eva wearing her dress. Her mother says, "I told her to get something from your closet because she didn't have anything to wear, and I wouldn't think that you would care." I don't know why she would think that. She has had a problem with Eva ever since they met. Kat tells everyone that she has a date soon at the country club and that it's Tomas who works for Bill. The grandparents hope that they would meet him, but Anita says let's give them their space, and then they reminisce about how the two of them met. I wonder if they have any secrets that we will find out about. They just seem too perfect. When Tomas shows up, Vernon says we shouldn't all look at the same time, and they all stopped and looked anyway. That was the funniest thing. Haley comes in and she gets frustrated because she can't get any service and everyone is ignoring her. Later on, she tells Bill what happens and he says that he will fix it. How? How is Bill going to fix it and get everybody like Haley? Haley says she can't do this anymore and maybe that they weren't meant to be together. Back at the country club, Eva rushes in and says that she brought in Nicole's tablet because she needs to e-sign something. They ask her to join them for breakfast, and Kat can't even focus on her date because she's so busy looking over at the table trying to listen. Eva glances over at Kat, and it looked like Kat gave her a look like, you better not. Eva joins anyway. And don't you know Kat ended her date early just so she can get over to the table to tell Eva that she's sitting in her seat? Eva leaves and runs into Tomas in the hallway, and she starts flirting. Kat overhears after Tomas leaves, and she confronts Eva. I knew Kat was going to bring up that dress, and then told her she didn't even have the right shoes on, and called her a thief. Eva said, I don't want anything that belongs to you. Kat said, just my life and everything in it, including Tomas. She shouldn't have said that because now Eva is going to go after Tomas just to get under her skin. Breakfast is over and Dani goes home alone and drinks herself to sleep on the kitchen floor. Andre lets himself in after Dani didn't come to the door. He finds her on the floor. He gets Dani off the floor, gives her water, ibuprofen, and a pep talk about her drinking, and he holds her on the couch. She asked him not to tell anybody how he found her. He was like, I can't, because I would have to explain to them why I was here. I was thinking the same thing. He said, I will let you get some sleep. He got up, ready to leave, and she grabbed his hand. She said, don't go, please. She looked so sad and lonely. After she falls asleep, Andre goes over to Nicole and Ted's house and he tells Nicole that he ran into Dani and she seemed down. He let her know that Dani was lonely and could use her support. I'm glad he told Nicole what was going on with Dani without telling all of her business, so he kept his word. Dani wakes up, looks over to the bottle of alcohol and gets up and pours it out. Leslie and Eva are at home eating. Leslie feels that they should stay out of the public restaurants together so that they don't get caught. Leslie is still talking about a plan, and Eva is doing everything to keep Leslie's mind off of it. She is changing the subject and even suggesting one of her shows to watch. But Leslie was like, we don't have time for that. Let's get on with this plan. Leslie says that she would have exposed Ted if he didn't get her thrown out of the gala, but we all know that it was Eva that did it. Eva tries to tell her about Kat and Tomas' situation. Leslie tells Eva to keep her distance and stay clear, because she saw how excited Eva was when she was talking about Tomas. Leslie doesn't want Eva to make Kat mad because she doesn't want her to get fired. Kat doesn't like her, so it doesn't matter what she does at this point. Nothing is going to help with that. Leslie's plan is to get Eva to plan an anniversary party so that she can go and mess it up. She claims that she remembers their anniversary date because one time he canceled on her to be with Nicole to celebrate their anniversary. She finally gives in to her mother. Eva goes over to Ted and Nicole's house to drop off the dry clean dress that she borrowed, and they just so happen to be discussing their anniversary plans as Eva walks in through the door. She gets Ted and Nicole interested in planning the party, and she gets back home, gets her mother the news, and Leslie is excited, but Eva is not. Derek calls Ashley at work, says he's cooking his famous lasagna for dinner. She doesn't feel it's safe for him to be moving around. He just got out of the hospital. After she hangs up, she begins daydreaming about Andre trying to kiss her. Later on, Ashley gets home to a romantic dinner that Derek prepared, and Derek is in pain from all of the preparation. Ashley gives him a massage, they kiss, and he gets an alert about a fire. He grabs his coat and is on his way out the door. She said, I thought you were on medical leave. He said he is, but all hands on deck. So is he cheating or was that really a work text? Ashley is sitting at home by herself and pulls out the picture that Andre gave her of them. Ashley calls her mom over to keep her company. Her mother sees the picture and Ashley tells her that Andre tried to kiss her. Her mother tells her to forgive him. It seems like it might have been a misunderstanding and things will probably go back to normal. She says she likes being around Andre and if he wasn't around, she would miss him. Her mom gets up to clean up and turns around and catches Ashley staring at the pictures. Ashley is falling for Andre. She gets more attention from him than she does Derek, and she lights up when she talks about him, but she doesn't when she talks about Derek. Over at Bill and Haley's house, Bill says, "You want to give up on our marriage because you were ignored at the country club? The worst is behind us. We have been through divorce, scandal, and being held at gunpoint at our own wedding." Haley says she can't put up with the disrespect and mockery for the rest of her life. Haley wants it to be like they were on a honeymoon. No Duprees, all attention on her, and drama-free. So later on, Bill orders dinner for them to continue their honeymoon. He tries to make Haley happy. He gives her earrings and tells her that he plans to have more alone time with her. Seems like all he has to do is give her a gift, and she seems to forgive him every time. Please like, comment, and subscribe.